Hey guys, hope we're all doing fantastic. These guys don't stand a chance. Ain't that a bit shallow? Shut up. It's time to dominate.
I'm doing just great. I hate you.
Oh, my bad. I couldn't hear you. Oh, we're starting already, huh?
This was at the tone. I heard him the whole time. I don't even like these headphones. It's all for show.
This guy's good. I gotta step up my game. LARPing technique, manufactured interest. I see you have a drink there. Tell me about it. I'm very interested. I don't give a shit about you or your drink.
Rookie move. He just gave me an opportunity. Performative art. Iced matcha latte. Oh, thanks for noticing. It's an iced matcha latte. You know, I've been feeling so enlightened recently.
What? A performative art in a LARPing competition? This guy is way out of my league.
This isn't even a matcha. It's just a cup of ice. One down, but the other may be a little bit stronger. Hey, are you listening to something? I haven't heard you talk in a while. I was getting worried.
Fell into my trap. Performative LARPing technique. Feminist literature. Sorry, I've been thinking about feminist literature and listened to my podcast. What's up? What are you gonna do against that, huh?
You got me. Kidding. It's all part of my plan. Seriously? Performative LARPing technique. Women's superiority and ultradian rhythms. No, I was just wondering because I wanted to share that this drink was made by female hands only to support them financially. You know, I also advocate that women are the only people who should be paid for work. It's obvious. Also, we must take into consideration their ultradian rhythms. Me personally, I am really into the cycles in our bodies, and women's cycles must be put first.
It's over. There's really levels to this.
You throw more gracefully than most. Hey, but good talk, guys, but I gotta go, okay? Hopefully we can talk again soon. I hate those guys. You've gotta stop pretending to be someone you're not. Talk to them. We all know what LARPing and being performative is. What they share in common is that they are both about pretending to be someone you're not. And that's the problem. There's 3 reasons why this is a problem, and the first one is that it can confuse you. You start to question who you really are. On the one hand, let's say when you're by yourself, you're person A. But then on the other hand, you become person B when you're around other people. This causes a confusion, like who really am I? Who's the real one? Which one do I actually want to be? Who is the real me? And it's just a needless confusion that'll only slow you down, especially if you have these really big goals that you want to accomplish. I kind of want to give my own example of what I'm talking about with this. So when I first started YouTube, I was telling nobody. My parents didn't know, my friends didn't know, it was just me that knew. And when I was around other people, like my parents, my family, like extended family, my friends, I acted differently because I didn't want them to know who I really was for some reason. And I remember, and I still have this feeling sometimes because I'm not truly myself all the time. I remember I felt like very frustrated, kind of angry at myself because it's like, I want to be person A, I am person A, but then I still act like person B so much. So if you feel like that, like you really want to be this type of person, and you start acting differently than that, it's gonna bring a lot of anger, a lot of frustration. And it's just unneeded. You don't need to feel that. It's important to figure out who you are, who you truly are, but like this is just a needless setback. The second reason why pretending to be someone you're not is bad is because you can lose your individuality, your uniqueness. If you're in high school right now, you've probably seen a group of guys who kind of act like everyone else. Like they all act the same way. They're all like pretty much the exact same person. They have the same haircuts, the same interests, the same everything. Like they are pretty much the same person. When you pretend to be someone you're not the only one doing that. Right? Let's say that you're pretending to be some guy who really likes Harry Potter because some girl you like likes that or something like that. And you see a lot of other dudes doing the same thing. You'll notice when people pretend to be somebody they're not, let's say like being performative or LARPing, there's a general preset that you'll see start to form. Like, okay, they have this haircut, they dress like this, they talk like this, they have these interests. You'll see this start to form. An example of this is those matcha guys who have like the shirt, like pretty much what I was doing in the skit. When you pretend to have the exact same interests, the same style, the same haircut, the same everything, you're boring, right? You're the exact same guy as 10 other people. You might get good relationships, but they're with people who are doing the same thing. Or they just don't know that you're LARPing, right? They just don't know you're pretending. I think it's really cool to be different than most people, and not just for the sake of being different, like you just actually are different. You know, that uniqueness is a valuable trait, I feel like. And when you pretend to be someone you're not, especially if it's like a preset like Looks Masters or Matcha Guys or stuff like that, you kind of lose that trait, right? You just become like everybody else. I'm gonna make an assumption here by saying that most people don't like it when you act fake. Like if I were to find out one of my close friends is just a completely different person, different values, different interests, whole different guy, like when they're by themselves, I'd be like, that's kind of weird, right? That's kind of like, what are you doing? What are you doing out there? Like, who are you, right? When you pretend to be somebody that you're not, I think it's really easy for people to lose respect for you because I see that as a sign of weakness, right? And it's not saying that you can't ever be weak, but you're okay with being weak is what it seems like because you're pretending to be someone you're not. You know, when you're pretending, I think deception in general is weak because that means you can't handle, you know, the consequences of your actions. And I'd like to say, I understand if that person's trying to do better, like if they own up like, yeah, I really am kind of like, I feel like two different people and I'm trying to do better. I'm trying to merge that. I'm trying to become one person where I am like this, I'm like this, I'm like this. I don't want to act like this anymore. Sometimes I do slip up though. I'd have respect for that person because at least they're honest, at least they're owning up to it, at least they're not hiding the fact that they sometimes hide certain things. But when someone is, you know, trying to protect at all costs this secret identity where it's like, oh, I don't want them to know. I don't want them to know. Like, it's like, what are you doing, bro? That's weird. That's like a loss of respect because you are this and you're trying to act like this, but like just be yourself. And when you're not, it just seems like you're untrustworthy. It's a whole, like, you shouldn't be doing that. I think you can tell, like, it's obviously not a good thing to be fake. I don't think I have to explain that. You know, there's a lot of other consequences of doing that. So that's what I'm trying to say. So the best thing for you to do is to be yourself. And that doesn't mean that you should stop trying to prove that you're perfect the way you are. It means that you should stop hiding who you are right now. Like, for instance, I waste a lot of time. Okay, I'm not gonna hide that fact, right? I'm not strong right now. And I'm owning up to that. I'm not hiding who I truly am. You know, I'm being myself. Now, it would be bad if I was like, you know, I'm David Goggins, you know, I'm the strongest dude on earth. It's like, you're not, okay? And you can admit you're weak. You can admit that you have weaknesses, that you have struggles that you're going through. The only problem is when you don't ever try to solve it. That's when you can lose respect. That's when it's like, that's when it gets weird. If you have problems, don't LARP, don't try to like hide them. Don't try to pretend to be someone you're not. Own those problems and solve them. If people around you wouldn't like who you truly are, who cares? Because they dislike who you truly are anyway, so like, why would you pretend for them? Just be yourself. The main thing I want you to get from this video is that you should be yourself. Don't pretend to be somebody else. Don't LARP. Don't be, what's the other word? Don't be performative, all that stuff. Just be you, own your problems, own your mistakes, and then try to solve them, okay? Try to improve every single day. There's obviously more reasons why being fake, why pretending to be somebody you're not, why LARPing, why being performative, why it's all bad. But these are just the first three that I thought of. So yeah, stop pretending to be somebody you're not. That's all I got. If you guys want to be saved, I have a video over here. If you guys want to start self-improvement, I have a video over here. Thank you for watching and praise God.